Okay, so there's some people that sat up in their chair right now and said, what's this going to be about? First thing I want to do is congratulate Judy Owens. Great job. You know, I think the world of you, and this is very well deserved. But I'm here to talk about Paul. And people think we were just together in '08 and '09 and 10. Paul and I go back to the early 90s. He was the statistician of the game when Matt Dunnigan threw for 713 yards, and we had 792 yards in total offense. And I was just so impressed that the little redheaded guy could almost count to 800. That was pretty good for him. All right. Now, you got to understand, I grew up in a different era in the CFL. Coaches had personality back then. Cal, the Don, Ronnie, Sudsy. All I got to do is say these guys' names, and you know who I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know what you guys report on now because nobody has any personality, or they certainly don't show it. Okay, but you know, a couple things about Paul and what he did. It was really smart for him to go to his local hardware guy and get opinions, because I'm sure that guy knows just as much about roster management and attacking pressure packages as I do about plumbing and electrical. Okay, now let's move forward. Okay, it's 2014. I become the head coach at Widener University, the home of Billy White Shoes Johnson, and also Joe Biden had been a law professor there. So when I get the job, the speechwriter for Joe and Jill Biden is there, and they take me into this beautiful facility for media and communications. The athletic director is there, the director of sports information, vice president of communications, and they proceed to put me through a battery of mock interviews. And this goes on for well over an hour. And at one point, the speechwriter for Joe Biden leaned over and he picked up a stack of 8x10 paper. It was about an inch thick. And he hands it to me and he looks me dead in the eye and says, "Who's Paul Friesen?" And I looked him right back in the eye and I said, "Somebody that did their job better than me." And that's really what it came down to, is Paul was doing his job, and I let him get under my skin. But that's what he was supposed to do, because Paul makes people want to read about the Blue Bombers and about the Canadian Football League. And anybody that does that, they're in my heart, because I love those two institutions. And so what Paul has done was create interest where others couldn't. So this is well-deserved. I applaud Paul for doing what he's done. I think this is awesome. And Paul, congratulations. This is, like I said, this is well-deserved. And I want everybody to have a great night tonight. Please just enjoy and promote Paul and Judy. It's a great night for everybody there. Take care.